8, 9, even 10 hours of genuine sleep, and the exhaustion remains exactly where it was the night before. This specific experience confuses people considerably, since every conventional piece of advice insists that more sleep should fix it, and it simply does not. Real research suggests the actual question was never how much rest a person needs. It is what kind. And Carl Jung's understanding of the psyche's genuinely distinct functions offers a precise explanation for why physical sleep alone cannot restore every genuine form of depletion a person actually experiences. Researchers studying fatigue have identified several genuinely distinct categories: physical, mental, emotional, social, and sensory exhaustion, each requiring its own specific kind of recovery rather than a single universal solution. Physical fatigue responds to sleep. Mental fatigue from sustained concentration and constant decision-making requires genuine cognitive rest, stepping entirely away from demanding thought rather than simply lying down. Emotional fatigue from suppressing genuine feeling or managing considerable emotional labor requires actual emotional release and genuine connection, not physical stillness. Social fatigue requires real solitude. Sensory fatigue requires genuine quiet and reduced stimulation. Sleep alone addresses only the first of these five genuinely distinct categories, which explains precisely why considerable rest so often fails to touch an exhaustion that was never actually physical in the first place. Jung's understanding adds a genuinely useful, deeper layer to why this distinction matters so much. He believed the psyche operates through genuinely distinct functions: thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition, each requiring its own kind of engagement and its own kind of rest. A person exhausted from sustained emotional suppression is not actually depleted in the same specific way as a person exhausted from physical exertion, and expecting the same remedy, simple physical sleep, to restore a fundamentally different kind of depletion misunderstands how the psyche's distinct functions actually operate. This explains why a person can sleep considerably and still wake up exhausted, if the actual depletion driving their fatigue was emotional or social rather than physical. The sleep itself addresses a kind of tiredness they were not actually experiencing, leaving the real underlying exhaustion completely untouched. This also explains why a weekend spent physically resting, yet still surrounded by considerable social demand or ongoing emotional labor, so often fails to produce the genuine restoration a person was actually hoping for. Here is what makes this understanding genuinely useful rather than simply an interesting theoretical distinction. It helps to identify honestly which specific kind of fatigue you are actually experiencing before assuming more physical sleep is the correct solution, since misdiagnosing the actual underlying depletion means applying the wrong remedy entirely, regardless of how much of that remedy you actually apply. Here is what actually helps in doing this identification directly. Physical fatigue feels heavy in the body, genuinely improved by actual rest and sleep. Mental fatigue feels foggy and unfocused, improved by stepping away from demanding cognitive tasks rather than simply lying down. Emotional fatigue feels hollow or flat, improved by genuine emotional expression and real, felt connection rather than physical stillness. Social fatigue feels like wanting to disappear from every interaction, improved by genuine solitude rather than more physical rest. Sensory fatigue feels like everything is suddenly too loud or too bright, improved by genuine quiet and reduced stimulation. There is a second thing worth practicing directly. It helps to actually match your specific recovery activity to the specific kind of fatigue you have honestly identified, choosing genuine emotional expression for emotional depletion, genuine solitude for social depletion, rather than defaulting automatically to more sleep regardless of which specific category actually applies. There is a third genuinely important piece worth understanding. Most real exhaustion involves some combination of these categories rather than a single pure type, and genuine recovery often requires addressing more than one dimension at once, which is precisely why sleep alone, however considerable, so often fails to fully resolve an exhaustion that was never purely physical to begin with. If you recognize this specific pattern of exhaustion that sleep alone never quite resolves, hear this clearly. This was never evidence that something is fundamentally wrong with your body or that you simply need to try sleeping even more. According to both real research and Jung's understanding, it very often reflects a genuinely different kind of depletion, requiring its own specific, matched form of recovery, and identifying this honestly is the real practical path toward finally addressing exhaustion that sleep alone was never actually designed to fix. Think honestly about your own current exhaustion and consider which specific category, physical, mental, emotional, social, or sensory, it actually most closely matches. Right below the single word for the specific kind of recovery you suspect you have actually been missing. Naming it honestly and deliberately providing this specific kind of rest rather than only more physical sleep is the real and practical way you begin addressing an exhaustion that generic advice alone was never going to resolve. There is a final piece worth naming, since it offers real, practical hope beyond simply diagnosing the correct category. Once you begin matching recovery accurately to actual depletion, most people report genuine, measurable improvement considerably faster than continuing to apply the same mismatched remedy over and over, since the actual problem was never insufficient rest in general. It was rest of the wrong specific kind, applied faithfully and repeatedly to a depletion it was never actually designed to address. Because the specific kind of tired that sleep never fixes was never, according to both Ria's research and Carl Jung's understanding, evidence that something is wrong with your body. It rests on reflected a genuinely different kind of depletion, requiring its own distinct form of recovery, and understanding this honestly was always more accurate than simply sleeping longer and hoping it would eventually work.